They had, I think, 22 zillionaires. One of them, unfortunately or accidentally, was poisoned, and the other one, and one is in prison. So I left about 20. And the article that I read said that Putin told them, "It's okay, you can keep that wealth that they accumulated, oil and something during that little breakup, and then this guy started making big money. You can keep it under these conditions. Number one, don't mess with the government. Number two, you come when I call you. Number three, invest some of this billionaire wealth you got in the infrastructure of some of the Russian communities. Number four, buy sports teams around the world." Now, man, that told me something right there. You don't take no high IQ to figure that thing out. Hey, so come on, man. That's vision there. The man knows through sports, he can do a lot of other things. He might take over some countries through just ball. So they went out and they've already bought some soccer teams in Europe, Australia. They bought some ice hockey teams, and then this guy comes into this country. Now, he first tried to buy the Knicks, and David Stern blocked that. He said, but you can have the Memphis Grizzlies, who need money bad, New Orleans Hornets, who almost broke, and the New Jersey Nets. So the guy, he bought New Jersey Nets.
Wow.
He and Jay-Z. That's something else. Look at it. Jay-Z hooked up with a Russian. Now that's something to be thinking.
Right.
There's something going on there. Why isn't a Russian hooked up with a European American, a blonde-haired white German, but he hooked up with Jay-Z? And I don't know what that means now, but next 20, 30 years, it'll all come.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But man, brothers are our people, man. So the point I'm trying to make is that JR may come up with this, man, and I know a lot of black people. ESPN has aired Black Magic over 40 times since, I think 46 times since it came out February the 8th, 2008.
Wow.
46. During Black History Month, it was on. There are a lot of black people never seen it. Mostly white people have seen it. People who invited me to come to speak about Black Magic, only one black school, and about 16 of them are white schools, and only one black school, and that's Miles College right down the road here.
Wow.
I featured Tuskegee in there because that was one of our #1 black schools on the day. Tuskegee has not invited me to come up there. I coached at Southern University. There's a lot of Southern University, Avery Johnson, Bobby Field, and all that. They have not invited me. Even my alma mater, but yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yes, they did. Fisk University didn't ask me to come. So Fisk University and Miles College. That's it. 16 other whites. But Vanderbilt, Duke. They want to know about this history because Duke was in there when John McLennan, his team called it North Carolina College for Negroes, beat Duke in the 40 to 49. Beat them 44 points in an illegal game. Blacks weren't supposed to play each other, and Coach McLennan set this thing up. Duke coach agreed, and they had it on a Sunday morning in like a rec center where everybody was in church. So the only people in the game was the two teams, coaches, and the referee. That's it. And so they kept it secret all those years because they could have gone to prison. All of them. That was illegal. So in the movie Black Magic, So when Duke wanted to know more about this, but they were interested. That's why the white people were interested in the movie Black Magic more so than African Americans. So you might find that JR's story will be more appealing to whites than to blacks. Now, that's the cultural thing. That's just the way we are.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We don't appreciate our own culture. I was speaking to. Man, I was lecturing for free up at Tuskegee. I was retired before I went to the Knicks board, and they asked me to come up there. In the ghetto, we call it, they say you can be taught. In the ghetto, they say we be learned. Hey, Leroy, them brothers learned me up there. Man, I went and I resigned. I said, I can't do this no more. I'm sorry, Dean. I said, look, and there were 2 or 3 things that happened. This recreational sex is just out of hand with our middle school, high school, and college kids. And they asked me to speak on that at the middle school, and I went over there and I was talking to kids. So I found the best way to reach kids, and I talk facetiously anyway, but with kids, you go in there talking real strict, you lose them. So I went and I said, look, I think I was about 6'8" or 6'9" then. I may have been around 70. So I said, look, kids, I said, this sex thing, I said, I don't quite understand, I said, maybe these are middle school kids, maybe you all can help me to understand that you all are participating in sex in the gymnasium, in the showers, even in the classroom when the teacher's back turned. Little kids start laughing. I said, that's interesting to me. I said, the first time I saw a nude woman, I was 23 years old, and I thought maybe she had been in a wreck and something had been cut off because I couldn't see nothing hanging down. Little kids cracked up like, hey, this old dude, and finally, and then I said, well, that's not quite true. I said, I guess the first time when I was locked up in my mother's uterus for 9 months, and I said I was so happy to get out, maybe that's the first time I saw a feeling. But anyway, finally the kids concluded that I was just the dumbest joker in the world, and they're going to educate me about this sex. So they started telling me, so, well, President Clinton, he was doing this and doing that. I said, I knew that was coming down the pipe. And it's just oral. We can't get pregnant. I said, oh, my God. So they're in another world. But then finally, I'm a Ray Charles man.
Okay.
I love Ray Charles and Jane Brown.
Okay.
Ray Charles died. It was on a Saturday morning. I was on my way up the road to Tuskegee. And the news came on. The Ray Charles died. I just started crying.